indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us tonight on November the 3rd for the Bryan City Council meeting. First on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the October 20th meeting. Gentlemen, you've been presented with those minutes, so any additions, corrections need to be made at this time?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie,
Yes.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes. Next we have hearing of public concern, again, and time in the meeting where we allow anyone that is not on the agenda for the council meeting tonight to approach council for any concerns or questions or interests. I see no one, so we will go on. Next is the recognition of Fountain Grove Cemetery. So I think, Mayor, are you going to handle that for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's read the screen and so forth. On June the 3rd, 2014, Council passed a resolution accepting a generous donation from the George Isaac Foundation. George Isaac's wish was that this donation be used for a wrought iron archway for the entrance to Fountain Grove Cemetery, replicating an earlier archway that stood at the cemetery. The new archway was completed October of 2014. There's a tombstone near the entrance to the cemetery marked Fountain Grove Cemetery and dated when the land was acquired, 1848. In 1855, the Fountain Grove Cemetery Association was formed with Robert Pitcairn, president, and Williams A. Stevens, treasurer. At some point, a wrought iron archway was erected with the date 1855. Years later, that archway was removed. In 1858, the Fountain Grove Cemetery Association turned the cemetery over to the village of Bryan along with a debt of $25. This is according to the book of Gundy's book. The George Isaac Foundation donation to the arch was $12,800. Steve K. Spear Mason and former Bryan Municipal Utility Director formed the pillars of the arch and laid the stone, choosing stone to closely match the mausoleum. Bryan City Engineer Brian Whelan and Bryan Street Commissioner Tyson Engstrom, along with employees of the City of Bryan and the Bryan Municipal Electric Department engineer, and erected the arch. We want to say many thanks to those who worked on this project, and a special thanks to Mr. George Isaac. When George was feeling well, he'd come up about every 2 months with that old picture of the arch and say, when are we going to get an arch in the cemetery that looks like that, like they have? And we have a few pictures here. We'll click on here. This was the, if I can get that to open here. Come on, there it is. That's the start where they dug the hole and to put the archway up, what, Tyson, 4 feet, 5 feet deep? 4 feet? 4 feet deep. And there's, I think that might be Tyson and Tim putting the bolts and so forth in to hold that up. I don't know who that is with their hands in the pocket behind, but.
Oh, Leroy.
Leroy? Yeah. And there's the Bryan Municipal Utilities, and I think Frank was out there. They're putting the arch up high. You see, and they're tightening the bolts down and so forth. So you can see that. And there's what it looks like, and look how close it matches a mausoleum behind. And Fountain Grove, 1855. A little more grass seeding to be done down in this area yet. Won't get grass to grow anymore this year, but very nice addition to our cemetery. So we certainly want to recognize the George Isaac and the corporation for this, and it really, really adds to the cemetery. So I guess that's, any other comments? That's all that I have on that.
Very nice. I guess, again, just I'd like to put a plug in for, again, our city workers, including Bryan Municipal Electric Department as well. Between Tyson, Jim, any idea if we would have contracted this project out Any idea what it cost may have been? Do you have any idea, Jim, or anything like that?
Sorry. Probably another 10,000.
Okay, all right,
5 to
again,
10,000.
I'm sorry?
5 to 10,000.
Yeah. Again, we just saved the city, $5,000, $10,000, $12,000 by us being able jointly to work together to accomplish something here. So, good, thanks. Any other comments, questions? Okay, all right. Next we have a recommendation, I think, from Chief Willis.
Evening, everyone.
Chief?
I am asking council to appoint Morgan Cox to the Bryan Police Reserve Unit effective November 4th, 2014. Ms. Cox went through a very thorough background check and no issues were found, and she does have her peace officer certificate through the state of Ohio.
How many reserves does that make us up to now?
I believe there are 5.
5 now?
Yes. We have room for 10.
We're down
We
to
have
1, we're
5.
coming
I was
up.
gonna say, we was down to 1 or 2, right?
Yes, yeah. We lost a couple. They, Jim Live and Good, and a couple other ones that left.
Well, Mr. President, I'll move to approve it.
I'll second it.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie,
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have an ordinance, so Laurie, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 54, 2014. An ordinance authorizing the clerk treasurer to issue change order number 4 and final for the project known as WIL-US 127-2.01 PID 83338 LPA agreement number 25656. This is the final change order on the South Main Street project. They found another $1,000 that we can deduct from the cost of the project. Bryan Whelan, who was unable to attend tonight, asked that you please suspend and approve.
Well, it's a decrease, right?
It's a decrease, and
Well, we suspend.
Hurry up before somebody changes their mind.
That's right. Yeah. Jump at it.
A second.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie.
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes.
Let's go the rest of the way. Move we adopt it.
Second.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie.
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes. Next, we have a resolution, so Laurie, would you please number and read?
Resolution number 32, 2014. A resolution authorizing the clerk treasurer to advertise for bids for the project known as improvements to the 100 and 200 blocks of North Allen Street. This is a request to authorize the bids of the North Allen Street project. Estimated cost right now is projected at $600,000. We're trying to get $300,000 from the revolving loan fund, which we have a request in with Maumee Valley Planning Organization. See if the state of Ohio can get the $300,000 approved before the end of the year. The balance would come from both the water department and city funds. This will be a full depth removal of the street, typical to previous projects, including water, storm, sanitary, new curbs, and sidewalk.
And along with that, Tyson, is that widening that as well? Is there going to be a width increase there?
I don't think they can.
not too much space.
Okay. Well, okay. It was the last time I talked to Laurie.
It definitely needs it.
Widen that a little bit, but it's
The
pretty,
east side, the west
you're
side,
right,
it's
it's pretty
right up
tight.
against the house now.
yeah.
But it definitely needs work.
Definitely needs it.
Okay,
I move we suspend.
I'll second it.
Keith,
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie,
Yes.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Tommy.
yes.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Keith,
Yes.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie,
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Tommy.
Yes. Okay. All right, next on the Next on the agenda is, actually, I'm going to call it 6A. It is not in your, on your agenda sheet as is, but the mayor does have a letter of resignation he would like to bring forward.
Yes, as many of you know, my secretary has been off for a period of time due to illness or circumstances and feeling much better now, and today was her first day back on the job. But at the end of the day, it says, it's with my sincere regret that I submit my resignation as an employee of the city of Bryan. My resignation is effective December 31st, 2014. I've enjoyed working with the mayor, department heads, and fellow city employees. Belinda's been here for 7 years, just about this time when we hired her in. She was with the courts and then came to work for me in our department, and has been a tremendous asset to the mayor and to the department heads, and we're going to certainly miss her, but I can understand when you get off some time and you start going to different places, you kind of like that to do, and I think that's what she found out. So it's with deep regret that I ask you to accept this retirement.
What if we don't accept it?
Yeah. What if we don't accept it?
She did say she'd come on the sub list, so that was my only choice. But
Well, I'll make the motion with deep regret.
I'll second that with deep regrets.
Dick Wright,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Rick Hoopie.
Yes.
Dick Reed,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes. Okay, that concludes the agenda with the exception of we have an executive session for acquisition of property, employment of personnel, and so let me go around the room quick. Chief Willis, anything else? All right, Chief Cyrus? Okay. Jim, you have anything to do? Okay, all righty. Mr. Dominic?
No.
Mr. Engstrom?
Real quick. The mayor asked me to talk about leaf pickup.
Okay.
It was in the paper last week, but the schedule is the day of your weekly trash pickup. Depending on the weather and how the leaves fall, we get there as quick as we can. Last week, we were a couple days behind. Today, at the end of the day, we were caught up through Mondays. So, the non-curb streets, rake them all the way out to the edge of the road, and the curb streets, rake them out past the curb. And no sticks, please.
Okay. I picked up my sticks up today.
Thank you.
Mr. Hoopie?
The only thing that I have, this resignation from Belinda is a bit of a surprise to me, and I haven't known her for very long. I haven't been on council for a long time, but I must say she's been wonderful to work with, and she's going to be sorely missed.
Okay, Mr. Wright?
I'll echo that. I guess I was surprised.
you would be both.
Well, she definitely is a face that we're going to miss. I mean, when we come up for the various meetings and what we have, she's the first one that greets us, and she's just like part of the family, and we're going to miss her.
Mr. Reed?
Nothing to add to that.
Mr. Day?
My sentiments too. But I would also like to compliment the police department. Last Saturday night, out where I live, we had 180 trick-or-treaters there, and that road was extremely crowded and kids running all over. But I saw the patrol car go coasting by real slowly 3 different times at least, and that's appreciated because, boy, all it takes is somebody zooming a little bit and we could have some real problems there.
Kids are pretty smart. They know where the money is out there.
I was going to say, you give money or candy?
You get $5 gift certificates or what?
Well, they're not that cheap.
I'm dressing up next year.
Hey, I tell you, we had a lot of teenagers. I would like to say, we had a lot of teenagers out there, and some people say, oh, this is for little kids and like that. But those kids were having a blast, and they had taken their time and dressed up. There were four girls out there that had dressed up in this KISS outfits, and they just look super. I appreciate that, you know, that the kids, it gets them off the television and games and do a little bit extra stuff, so I think it's wonderful.
I have nothing other than my regrets that we're losing Belinda. But again, I just spent a week in Florida with my wife and I could get into that myself, you know, so I'm kind of seeing where she's going with this thing. So, anyhow, Ms. Lloyd.
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Rhonda.
Yes. I would like to, you may have seen it in the Bryan Times, but I'd like to congratulate our probation officers, Kim Nossman and Kylie Uran, on receiving the Clifford Skeen Award on October 16th, 2014 in Columbus, Ohio. This is an award which is named in honor of the late 8-term Ohio Representative Clifford Skeen, who sponsored the Community Corrections Act in 1979 to reduce the number of non-dangerous offenders in state prison systems. The department was selected from 111 diversion programs within the state in 2014. The Bryan Municipal Probation Department also received this award in 2012. And to my knowledge, you cannot receive the award 2 years back to back, but you can receive it every other year. And there have been some probation departments in Ohio that have received it twice, but there has never been a probation department that has received it back to back, as ours has. So I just want to say congratulations to our 2 probation officers on a job well done.
I too want to congratulate Kylie and Kim on this, and I think in the picture also was Kent and Rhonda and John Schaefer. Is there a committee ahead of them? Or?
Well, there's a corrections committee, and then there's an interview process for them to receive this award, which we are involved in the interview process with them.
So I think it was a team effort, and those 2 led the way. So we certainly want to congratulate that. And also a reminder that tomorrow is Election Day, in case you didn't know. Our council doesn't endorse any particular levy or so forth. I have personally received information, have a sign in my yard for the library. That's very important. And the health, I don't have anything on the health issue, but the health is important. They're all renewal levies, I understand. In Williams County, we ask the citizens to take a good look because we certainly need the services of all those that we have. So we'd like to keep going what we have in that area. So get out and vote tomorrow. And I guess that's it.
Okay. I think that's all we have from here. So we will take a short recess and then we will go into executive session. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending tonight's council meeting. Thank you.